Hey there wildflowers, welcome back to our little subtropical veggie patch. Everything is really exploding into life in the garden at the moment. It's such a beautiful time. All the flowers are bursting open, the bees are rushing in to grab the goodies, and the race to go to seed is on. The strawberries have bounced back after their little transplant, and I've been picking a few every day or so. We used to have a shade sail that ran from the pergola to the fence line, and that gave these hanging plants enough shelter. But it got damaged in a storm, so we pulled it down, and now it's given me an opportunity to put more edibles and sun-loving plants here. I found another onion that was trying to flower, but I'll definitely be picking this one because one onion flower will give me more than enough seeds for next year's planting. And unlike onions, these bulbing shallots you don't want to let go to seed. Mostly because it's not necessary as you regrow more shallots from another bulb. But also because if you do let it go to flower, it's going to take all the energy from the bulb that it's attached to, and you're going to lose that bulb that you could have either eaten or replanted. So it's best just to snip them off and take them inside and eat them like you would any other onion. The passion fruit started flowering, and I'm always amazed at how fast that those little fruits appear after the flower. This is a new passion fruit vine, so I'm not expecting to get too much fruit this season. That cabbage that I transplanted last week still has a daily sulk. In a few hours this little guy will be back to normal, looking as plump as the others. I have a lot of seedlings that are now ready to be either planted in the garden or potted up, but while they're in these trays I'll just give them a weekly feed of some diluted sea salt, but I won't do that to the trays that haven't sprouted fully yet. This week we're planting cucumbers, Rosella, and some of those beautiful flamingo feather celosias. I can't wait to see those hot pink fuzzy blooms again. Today I'm getting in some beetroot and corn seeds, and it's almost time for me to plant that squash in with the corn. And then I think in the other bed I might put some zucchinis. So because everything is bursting with growth or threatening to go to seed, I have a bit of tidying up to do. And this bed was really overplanted, so I always knew I was going to have to come in and do this. But they won't go to waste. All of these cabbage leaves can be eaten just like regular cabbage, but these ones here in particular, I have a little plan. These radishes have been really yummy, but there's only a few left here and some of them are just sitting on top of the soil, not growing properly. So I'm going to pull all of these out. I'll probably plant a couple more here because they're so small and they grow so fast. But while I wait for them to grow, I've got some growing in the other garden. I told you I had plans for those cabbage leaves. This is a great way to use up all of those garden bits and pieces that you don't know what to do with. If you're interested in learning how to make all these beautiful fermented foods, I have a couple of videos up already, but this one will be coming soon. I've got a little patch of leeks here that I planted all at the same time, roughly the same spacing, but there is such a huge difference in size. So all I'm going to do is just pick the biggest as they come and as I need them, and just leave the rest in until they either get big enough or I need them. I have been loving this Swiss chard at the moment. It's so tasty and gosh, it looks pretty in the garden. I feel like these plants have taken up a lot of real estate for not a lot of yield. If you live in a subtropical climate and you've grown this, let me know in the comments what's been your experience. Am I being impatient? Will more shoots come? So So that's it for another week in our little subtropical veggie patch. Next week we'll try and catch up on those jobs that we didn't do this week, like potting that rose up that I said I was going to do. I hope you have a beautiful week. We'll see you again next time. Bye.